Going to the cloud. Going to the cloud. Yeah. Gunslinger time, and this is where we get a little bit saucy. Check this out. Oh, that worked out beautifully. Oh, hey, this guy's still alive in front of me, you're saying? Yo, right, everybody, welcome to the Indie Showcase with the Birdman. Today on the docket, we have ourselves a little upcoming banger by the name of Days of Doom. Now, this one right here I've been following for a minute now just because I loved that kind of like cartoony yet post-apocalyptic dark art style. And the gameplay itself seemed very, very intriguing. It was very TRPG-like in this, like, you know, roguelite type of gameplay loop, as you'll soon see. It kind of reminds me a bit of like Darkest Dungeon, at least when it comes to like the roguelike aspect of going to a hub, essentially upgrading different buildings, hiring adventures for your ongoing runs over and over. So it kind of has that mentality behind it. The game itself is going to be, well, as you could probably imagine already, a zombie survival game, post-apocalyptic. However, there's also more than meets the eye going on. Not like a Transformer, but I believe there might be a little bit of that old dark god elemental influence to the game as well.
The apocalypse wasn't the end of the world, just the end of the one we knew. Over time, a new world took shape, a little darker, a little stranger than the old one. The inhabitants of this post-apocalyptic wasteland range from your run-of-the-mill zombies to your usual psychotic, murderous, spiky armored raider clans. And the elite reptilians everyone knows were really in charge, back in the before times.
Mark?
But there are still people too. Quite extraordinary people trying to make a life out here. Trying to find safety. Trying to find sanctuary.
Alright, and that right there is going to be the groundworks to our game. So, you know, very simplistic in that regard. It's really going to be all about the gameplay here. What do we have to go at the garage? Garage, we can increase the squad size to 5. Sounds kind of good. Increase inventory size to 6. Okay. For that, we need coinage, which right now we got none of. Here is where we'll hire our adventurers. Workshop. 5 unique consumables received during our run to get the workshop, huh? Mysterious merchant. 20 trades made with the merchant on the road. Okay. And then over here, living quarters. Upgrades pertaining to food acquisition and candidate upkeep. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything because I'm not seeing it here, but let's just say you might see some squad people that you could hire in the future that might look like possible content creators, quote unquote. That's what we call them, content creators. Well, I gotta have a fighter for a fact, so let me get Caleb Georges. And Gunslinger is good. Then the third spot, I think, is going to be between these two classes, which I'm unfamiliar with altogether. 2 tiles away. 3 tiles away. Deal 9 water damage in an area up to 5 tiles away. Create a shield for targeted friendly unit. Ooh, I like that. Okay, and this right here is going to be our little travel guide. As you can see, we're in Haven. I imagine we have to go through all these areas to eventually reach Sanctuary. Over here, we have a big boss fight, which indicates when we can jump over to the next area. Usually fairly tough. It's going to be one of those games, again, as I've mentioned, where the more runs, the stronger you become, the more things you unlock, etc., for better runs. So let's see if in the first run we can even get there. Number 1. Number 2, even beat it. So let's jump over to here, which we do have a fight. Now, these barrels are interesting because they essentially lather the playing field in different elements. These dudes move 3 spots, so 1, 2, 3. Meaning if I stand over here, hit me. We want to get a little bit close just to kind of draw them in, but not too far out, right? So let's see about maybe hanging around this area. I will indeed just post up with a little bit of defense. Beautiful. Now we have a couple of AoE attacks with our boys, and that right there is a good position for one of them. Now, Caleb, unfortunately, cannot reach anybody in this turn, which is a problem, although that is not entirely true, my friend, because I just realized I could indeed stun with Shoulder Slam, and welcome to the jam. You know what? Go ahead and do that. In terms of you, Gunslingers would probably pop somewhere over here to light this dude's up. You know what, let's just go ahead and put you right here. Now, Gunslinger. Let's kind of incentivize you to be not in their attack radius, or at least their aggro range. And what we're gonna do is just light these dudes up. Negated. Stunned. Back to us. Beautiful. Now, luckily for us, this guy who would have basically taken our shield away ain't gonna be a problem. There's one. Ooh. Get him out of here. Next is our girly. Our girly does deal 20 damage to targets away. Ugh. That's a shame. We're so close. So we'd have to get, move forward here. 20 exactly. Because he still has a shield, I feel perfectly fine by that. You come over here, my friend. Go ahead. I'll let you have it. And then with ourselves here, we finish it up for ourselves. Boom.
Victory.
And boom. Alright. Nice first fight. Nothing too bad there. I would imagine random events happen to those question marks. Here we have a resting area too. How about that? Let's check out a random event. You stop at an old school diner. There's a big sign in front that says, home of the Bigfoot steak. 10 pounds of lean and mean beef. Eat it in 30 minutes and it's for free. The lights are out, but you hear a faint whirring of a small engine. It could be a generator. You break in and find a walk-in freezer with a sign that says, beware Bigfoot. The door is cold to the touch. You enter and find that freezer holds a single hunk of meat hung in the hood of the ceiling. This will replenish your food supplies nice. 14? That seems like a lot. No, I'm gonna jump here so we have the option of fight next. You spot a makeshift shrine with candles during one of your stops. Decided there are various knickknacks placed around, unclear if they're decorations or some sort of offering. Some of the objects appear to be runes. Restores 10 HP at the start of every combat encounter. Or leave them be for 30 coin. I mean, a little passive ability between fights or encounters sounds like fairly good, you know? One way to keep ourselves healthy and topped off. Who is in danger of probably taking more damage going forward? I would say Caleb, yes. So we'll put that on Caleb. It unfortunately doesn't affect the entire party. As I would have loved, it's just Caleb, but so be it. So from here, oh, interesting. From here, I can jump here. But, experience and all that jazz? Sure. It's a lot of jabrones. Oh, man. Maybe I should have taken the other fight instead of this one where I'm positioned for a lot more. Alright, well this might be a problem. So this is where I mentioned about the toxic fumes. That we could actually light up with the gunslinger. Now this dude should not be able to make it through here. I think he's going to have to go around unless I blow up the barrels and he'll probably go through. That's okay. Now, he took a little bit of damage there, but if I then shoot into that gas cloud, it'll blow up again and do more damage. So I would like to incentivize these fellers to be like, hey, crowd around there. I'm going to start off by, once again, just stunning this one, getting that cooldown already happening. Oh, beautiful. Stay right there. I'll stay in the... Ah, you get out of the cloud. Go into the cloud. Go into the cloud. Yeah. This guy's not going to make it, I don't think. Now, I could wait now and maybe have more of them step in there, but the AI does actually try to keep them out of, you know, dangerous zones like that. Like, the AI isn't dumb in this game, so we might just want to take that shot as soon as we get the chance to do it. Now, with our girl here, are you saying shields? Abso-freaking-lutely. Put that up. And then we'll push her back over here, perhaps, for help in the future on this one, maybe. Gunslinger time, and this is where we get a little bit saucy. Check this out. Oh, that worked out beautifully. Oh, hey, this guy's still alive in front of me, you're saying? Yeah, not for long. Okay, that was a really, really good start right there. One shield. Back to me. This feller hasn't taken a turn just yet, right? Nope. And he's not going to take a turn because it's the end of his life right there. Then over here, blap again. And again with my shields, I don't mind just hanging out right there the entire time. But I'm hoping again that the shield on George's basically incentivizes them to go after him instead. She got a little bit of toughness boost regardless, so that's always good. We're just gonna flick. Little flicker on this guy right there, perfect. Don't let a chance to remove one dude from the field. Go, stay right there, yes, perfect. And then you next dude, George is in front of you. Go after him, alright? As a matter of fact, you know, I'm gonna stay right here. I could knock this dude out right now, but again... well, you know what? I should knock him out. We just mentioned how we should take those kills when we get him. And I will. Go after, don't... No! You're a monster. You got a crit too, that's the annoying part. The toughness would have been basically negated most of it, but the little crit gave him maybe like an extra 5 or 6 damage or whatever. Well, you know what? Considering the amount of enemies we had in the field, this wasn't actually not bad at all. I will gladly take it. Gladly take it. That's very minimal damage. I would have loved if I could have been able to jump over here from here. Just because then I could kind of skip on this fight and just go to this rest and then maybe come back to the boss. How much fuel do we got? 10. So check this. If we go to the boss now, I mean, remember, we still need this fuel for the next areas. Otherwise, we got 1, 2. And if at this point we're feeling beat up, 3, 4, 5, 6, that's a lot of fuel, you know? That's a lot of fuel. Now you're thinking we might pick up fuel along the way with each fight, sure. But we might also lose some at a random event. Am I trying to talk myself into the fight now with the boss? Yes. Alright, let's just go for it. 2 tiles. Can move twice as far by spending an additional action point. That makes sense. Punching 27 damage. Throwing. Throw target unit over you, dealing 30 damage and stunning them. Zombie shouldn't be able to reach me this turn, so let's see about setting up this trap now here. You wanna... oh, that's beautiful. That's perfect. Toughness on him, that's perfect. Come, yep, beautiful. All of you guys to the oil, please. So I'm kind of like moving them together so they all kind of come towards him. You could basically light their asses up. I know I could also put that shield on him to negate damage, especially those weaker HP, but I expect to move him back soon enough, and Caleb's gonna be up front, so yeah. Still, it should be Caleb no matter what. Oh! In the oil, in the oil! You monsters. So now I'm considering, should I still try to lure them to the oil? I kind of want to, but at the same time, we have a chance to maybe take out 2 ads already, and that might be the best thing for us to do here at the moment. Excuse me? I mean, does he take damage maybe every single tile that he passes through fire? Let's hope that's what it is, because right now I'm a bit confused otherwise. One and 2. It's every tile that he walks through. Beautiful. Okay, that's even... and when he stays, there's another 10. That's actually good then. It's not as good as having like the instant damage straight up to eliminate somebody like the gas does, but that's still fine. That's still fine. If I could only incentivize these guys to walk through the fire too, that would also be so great, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be the case. So with her, let's move forward and then... flip this guy or over here? She does 20 damage, right? We gotta... the faster we get rid of these big dudes, probably the better. Oh, okay. Chill. I'll just take the easy damage. I'm considering, like, maybe I should have retreated, but... whatever. Look, at least one of these dudes is gonna go down right now. And... fortunately, I cannot... or can I? I can't hit this guy already, too. I still have the shield, so there's no reason for me to do damage reduction right now, so let's just start taking a bit more damage. Or at least giving it away more damage. It's gonna burn. It's gonna burn again. They keep going after my songstress, whatever she is. Priestess. She needs to move because this guy's out of a rocker. Oh, and my shield is gone from George's. Oh, that's bad. Oh, the throw ability. So that's what it meant, throw a unit. Okay. Well, it's interesting. It is interesting how that worked out, but at the very least, bring him from here. Can she shield up herself? Let's just drop it over here on this dude. Let's just sneak her a little bit close. Oh no! I thought he'd just be going after George. The moment, every time she gets close to anybody, they instantly go like, you know what, Priest is right there, let's go after her. I told you, the AI is a little bit smart that way. I gotta give it to them. It's annoying, but I gotta give it to them. Well played. Well, either way, you know what, this one's in the bag. This one is in the old bag of ruin here. I guess from this point we should be able to shoulder tackle.
Victory.
All right. You know what? I'm kind of glad we went after the boss now. I think that having gone the long way, fighting a bit more and then using up all that fuel could have been bad for us. And that just puts us straight up in the suburbs afterwards, huh? Okay. Let's see. We still got a little bit more time here, so let's continue going forward. At the very least, I got through one area, so I wasn't expecting that to happen, and it did. And I'll take it. Your speed is what, my dude? 94. 99? 81. So she's the slowest one for sure. Let's put it on her. She'll still be slower than Caleb. But then her turn order will come maybe if there's like a faster enemy in the field. It might not, you know, delay between Caleb's turn and her maybe. So the 10 is fine on her. It's still going to make sure that she's still behind Caleb in turn order. And then this right here, I mean, her ability does no damage, so that's pointless for her. It's really going to be about either him or my boy here. And the problem is he already does very minimal damage at 17, so that would bring him down to a 12. I think I'm going to go with Owen Appleton here for this one. Gotta find a random event. Let's start with a random event here. A group of bandits leap from the underbrush, blocking your way. Several of them have rocks. A few have pieces of plywood that have been poorly painted to look like weapons. They don't... Wait, what? Oh. They don't. As in, that's its own little small, fragmented sentence right there. Looks like weapons. They don't. Give us your weapon, one yells. Real one. Another one adds. Raider required. So if we had a raider in our team, which is a classic join, again, we'll see more of those as we do more runs, more things unlock too, as I've mentioned. Interesting. Well, let's continue for a fight here. So at the very least, we'll see human fights too. Yeah. Okay. These guys are familiar just because, well, again, it's part of the entire, characters that you might be able to run into, as I've mentioned before. Okay. These guys have a ton of HP, though. At least you do. Jeez Louise. 2 tiles. 7 damage to a nearby enemy. Alright, at least it's not that strong. Leap to an area up to 4 tiles away, dealing 12 damage to all units on landing. Ah, man, so you have an AoE. 4 tiles away. So that's going to make it, man. It's going to make it a little bit interesting. This is my maiden run, so, you know, I'm all about learning here at the moment, so it's fine. I can't reach you, can I? No. Close, but not quite. We'll put up that shield just in case, though. Or guard, whatever. Okay. Caleb, come up through here. Some toughness as well, that's very good. And... well, if I move him here... I mean, if she could jump, if she lands here, it would be damage to both of us I move him here, right? Yeah. So you know what? I'm not going to move him there. Just in case that AoE works the way I think it's going to probably work. Move forward. I know we could put the shield on my gunslinger to see if that was to really happen, that jump ability right now. It would negate it. But long term overall, it's still going to be George's going up front to draw in. Let's see. I guess right now we find out. No. Ability did not happen at least this turn. And there's going to be some good damage because of the 42 buff that we got. So, bloop. And I'm sticking right here. Because I'm going to move Caleb in front afterwards. So Caleb, up front. Toughness on them? Nah, that's fine. Right? Sure, that's fine. And then with our girlie here, no reason to move her up front, any sort of, damage right there. So instead, we'll just put her right here. Guys, shredding from afar. Shredding from afar. Yo, you saw that? So, did she do propel? Because they took damage right now, did they not? Our shield's gone, so I can't be too macho man anymore. So let's just hurt who's in front of us. Excuse me? Oh, yeah. Same person. You know what? Over here it's not too bad. I don't think it's too bad over here. Because to get to me, they'd have to go around. They could shred me from afar, but I mean, that was a given even the position we were at. Jump. That's a jump ability we talked about. So the other one really... Oh man, and the follow-up. Luckily, again, she's not that strong, so... And we have the toughness thing from being next to Caleb, so that worked out. That helped actually quite a bit. We should do it. But you know what? Caleb can take her out next turn. And he's coming up next. And he does less damage, so you know what? I'll take that 23 damage up here instead. And then... Flappers. And man, if we had cooldown off, we could have basically charged somewhere. But we do not. To the priestess. And then move. Oh, you coward. Don't go after him. Luckily, the toughness negates it quite a bit. Damn it. I got that juicy shield on Caleb, and they're just ignoring it as they should. It's actually the smart thing to do. Move here. Fire up like so. Let's see. I cannot knock any of these guys out because of my low attack. So the best I could do, however, is... I mean, she's theoretically stuck there, isn't she? Let's do damage here, and then knock out this guy that way. Okay. Then a little small attack like that. Jerks. That was an ability that he used to the vulnerable one. Okay, what do we have here? Not enough to finish, but close. Oh, but he has toughness on from her, so you know what? Let's take her out first. And I'm pretty sure with the combined attacks of my next two characters, should be enough to take this guy out. As a matter of fact, you alone should do it, now with toughness gone. Alright. Bit more difficult of a fight with the inflated HP on these guys, but we got water balloons. Again, if we had like an elementalist with like, you know, say electricity like the shredders there, I could see that being a little bit of extra usefulness too. Applies water to all units. So that's one of the... We can essentially have equipped one item. Well, I'm gonna put that... I mean, I'll put it on. I mean, maybe we're into a situation where we need water for whatever reason. But right now, I don't think it's gonna be too beneficial, but at least it'll be there. Alright. That said, looking at the time here, I feel like we have gone long enough now with that one. I mean, it's a strategy RPG game, TRPG, whatever you want to call it, so obviously these fights take a bit longer, especially when I'm planning things out. I normally in editing, like, you know, cut down whenever I'm thinking about the next move a bit. But I feel like we have gone long enough here with this one, so I hope you have enjoyed. Let's just check out this, this event here before we do so. A few raggedy-looking raiders leap from the trees, weapons drawn, and demand you hand over your scrap. So we have to submit scrap or do another raider fight here. That's a shame. Either way, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you have enjoyed. This has been Days of Doom. I'll catch you next time.